Why would the founder of Temple University feel it necessary to turn fact into fiction? Hi, I'm Rob, and I have an observation to make. Today, if you read one of the many biographical works on Russell H. Conwell, it'll most likely tell you about how he ended up continuing with the war effort after Lincoln reinstated him as a captain. From here on, Conwell claimed to have fought alongside General James B. McPherson all the way to the Battle of the Kennesaw Mountain, where Conwell would allegedly end up severely wounded and claim to make a deal with God, turning him to a man of the faith. Unfortunately, this doesn't seem like the real way Conwell would become a man of God, because official military records show that Conwell's military career ended when he was found guilty of misbehavior before the enemy. In this, that he, Russell H. Conwell, did in the face of the enemy shamefully abandon his command, and did not return to the same, but did make his way to New Bern, North Carolina. During this time, it was customary that your local paper would announce any court-martial news, but Conwell's never communicated his case to the public. Instead, it announced he was promoted, but no Senate ever approved such a promotion. This didn't stop Conwell from stopping in Philadelphia on his way home to Massachusetts, where he would get a photo of himself wearing a full set of Lieutenant Colonel regalia with his prized golden sword in hand. It's obvious that Conwell was ashamed of what he was charged with, but he claimed not to have been aware of the ambush when he headed to New Bern. This inspired him to write a letter to President Lincoln on June 16, 1864, begging for his dismissal to be reconsidered. The response that he received reads, "Sir, your application to the President of the United States on June 16, 1864, for a rehearing before a military commission at Washington in the matter of your dismissal from service under sentence of a general court-martial has been considered by him, and the Secretary of War directs me to notify you that the application is denied." Conwell must have ruffled some feathers trying to directly get the attention of the president this way. Regardless, Conwell's fate was sealed when Acting Judge Advocate General A.A. Homer wrote President Lincoln after examining the court-martial information to state that it would appear from the evidence that this officer exhibited such a want of judgment in his conduct that day, and such disregard for the truth in the contradictory statements made by him at New Bern as fully warrant the opinion expressed by the court that he is an utterly unfit person to hold any military position. Thankfully for Conwell, he was able to get his disqualification from service removed 5 years after he was discharged, but he was already on his way to leading the Grace Baptist Church and would have had to start his military career again from the rank of private. So, Conwell started to come up with war stories to tell in hopes of convincing someone that he had valor that he did not earn. In turn, Conwell used his golden tongue to become a reporter, a lawyer, and a minister, the latter leading him to Philadelphia, where he would use his status to help found the Neff College of Speech and Temple University. Today, he is buried on Temple's main campus, where they will celebrate the centennial of his death on December 6, 2025. One can only imagine how the university will portray his legacy during this special occasion. But hey, that's just a observation. If you want to hear more about this topic, join me for an extended discussion on YouTube next week, where I'll dive into the military records associated with Conwell's court-martial.